recognize the word Roundup, and glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup. And farmers nowadays in this country use glyphosate to control weeds. They actually spray glyphosate alongside of their vegetables. They shield their vegetables so that they don't get drift, because the glyphosate, which is a chemical weed killer, would kill the vegetables. The problem with glyphosate is that the World Health Organization categorizes it as a probable carcinogen. And yet in this country it's used all over the place in agriculture, and yet it's banned in many other countries, or there's at least an apprehension for sure. Okay, roll forward a few more years, and it's difficult to tell when this next innovation started, but that's genetically engineered seed and plants. So the DNA was discovered in the early 30s by a Russian scientist, and in the early 70s, a man in Stanford, I guess in this country, discovered how to manipulate the DNA, alter the DNA, and that was in the early 70s. I think in 1994 was the first genetically engineered food product that was okayed by the FDA for sale in this country, and that was in fact a tomato called Flavor Saver tomato, and approved by the FDA on the shelves in 1994. I don't hear much about the Flavor Saver nowadays because I'm not sure, maybe it just didn't taste good, but so 1994. By 1999, you had 100 million acres of genetically engineered crops, and in 2014, that went up to 444 million acres. Genetically engineered crops are actually either banned or on some watch list in many other developed countries. In this country, you can't even get it labeled. It's in virtually everything you eat. In meats, it could be in the grains that the animals have eaten, and unless they're grass-fed, as our friends here are at T&D, but you can't escape genetically engineered foods in this country. And then the last innovation, probably most recently, is systemic insecticides, and that's when the insecticide is actually absorbed, taken into the plant, resides in the plant, and when the bugs nibble the plant, well, then they're dead, then they're harmed. So a lot of the other synthetic insecticides